With the arrival of Aberration, there's been a lot of new different creature features that you need to know about. A lot of new and interesting ways to play ARK that's going to change exactly how you breed, what you tame, and how you level. Let's get into it. Alright kids, it's Raasclark. And here we go. So basilisks are breedable now. Here's your first thing that you may have heard already possibly. If we do that, there we go. Mating bar is there. Kind of excited to see what a basilisk egg looks like. Let's have a look at that. And it pops out where? It popped out there. I think my Oviraptor picked it up. It did indeed. There it is. Fertilized basilisk egg. Hot damn. So at least we know they are eggs. It makes sense they're eggs. Basilisk eggs can be used to make exceptional kibble. And little baby basilisks look awesome. Yay, look at this thing. Which are going to be absolute monsters imprinted. PvPers, beware. Imprinted basilisks are gonna be insane. This thing has already 10k health. Imprinted are gonna be disgusting. Good luck to you out there. Carcinoses can also breed now, with you of course needing 2 genders. With Carcinoses instead gestating, not laying an egg. I kind of expected an egg. But with gestating, talking about gestating, there's a new feature. If you use the gene extractor gun, you can extract an embryo. So instead of hanging around waiting for your creature to be laid, you can go to these things now, called the Embryo Incubator, unlocked at level 89, and you'll get a new symbol for each and every creature you've got. Pop them in, and whilst in the Embryo Incubator, it's gonna obviously incubate for you now. And you can go away, do whatever you want until it's ready to hatch, much like the egg incubator that we haven't got just yet. And simply click hatch embryo. And there we go, baby Carcinos. Imprinted Carcinoses are a thing now. That's going to be insane. There's a new creature max scan telling you the max level you can scan up to, and does seem to be based on your character level, with you being able to select any of the creatures on the map. Of course, there are going to be some things that won't be on the map because Uranus are on this map, but you can use this gun on other maps. But creatures that are on the map, and sometimes a nightmare to find, though they normally find you, basilisks, for example, you'll see arrows now on the gun telling me which way to go. So there is now a creature tracker on the map, which is insane. And if I follow these arrows, I will find myself a basilisk somewhere over there. Obviously, you know, it's not like just following a targeted place on the map. You've got to do a little bit of movement about. It could be down there, it could be up there, but we know there's a basilisk over in that direction. Next up, raptors, aberrant raptors. If you remember on ASE, the wild ones of these would pounce you. Weirdly, it was the only version of raptors that could pounce you and keep you pinned in the wild. It's removed. They no longer do that. Yay! Meaning you can now explore Aberration just a little bit more safer. How about that? I'm very surprised they took that out, but they did. But something they brought in that was meant to be in the game in the first place, aberrant megalanias. These were apparently in the dev kit and just never added to Aberration. Weirdly, then were dropped to Fjorda when that came out to ASE, but are now a thing on ASA, including aberrant oviraptors as well as aberrant gigantoraptors and Phassolasuchuses. These I'm really surprised about. The gigantoraptor not so much, you know, it was kind of tied to the island, so it kind of made sense, I guess. Why not take it to other maps, though I think originally wasn't this meant to be a center creature? Nevertheless, there's an aberrant variant on Aberration, but this one I'm really surprised with, considering that it's a Scorched Earth creature. Like, what's the game there? Why are we creating less reason to tame the creatures that we want on those maps? But nevertheless, you've got an aberrant version of this, but it's going to be a bit of a pain to tame, seeing that you've got to go to the surface to tame one. And then this thing, this absolute monstrosity. I mean, you all know what this is. You're seeing how OP this thing is and how certainly unfavourable the community are to this thing is strangely on the map. I don't understand why this is on the map, because it's spawning in a very watery based area, the bioluminescent zone, and it's a fire based creature. It makes no sense. It feels like somebody said we had to do this, put it in, but they really shouldn't have. It's a shame. It's obviously too late for them to pull Pyromanes out now, but I know I've already seen it, a lot of the reactions to this thing being in the game, and frankly, you get one of these, you've got a really good travelling mains. It's a shame. Shouldn't have been on Aberration. But hey, new things to Aberration though, Yiling. We did a timing guide on that, an ability showcase. Go check that out. Cool looking creature. Definitely going to be your way to get Rock Drake eggs without a doubt. And these, the Cosmo, which are part of the Bob's DLC. Look at those eyes, man. Oh, they look so cute, man. They're cool. Spider-Man swinging. We did a showcase on how to tame these and their abilities too. And look forward to seeing how players can put their Spider-Man swinging to use. You can find these in the green zone and the bioluminescent zone, taming using a red light, green light feature. And then this thing, we just dropped a video on it. It's mega. Using the gene extractor tool, we did a feature looking at every single trait. There's all of the traits over there in those moss chopsies over there. It's so dark here today on Aberration. And there's a lot of them. And it is going to change breeding forever. But there's something else that's also going to change breeding forever. Remember these Gigantoraptors that you can pluck feathers from? Well, it turns out now, whenever you breed two Gigantoraptors together. So up until this point, whenever you bred two creatures together, you could only put feathers, one feather, in the mom, and that was it. Now, you can put a feather in both the dad and the mom, meaning our new offspring, the next egg that pops out of these basilisks, is going to have a 66% chance of inheriting the best food stat and a 66% on inheriting the higher stam stat. We did a guide on how the feathers worked some time ago. There's going to be breeding just got a heck of a lot more interesting. And then just to check on their mating, there we go. That's one feather gone. And that is your feather gone, meaning that basilisk has a good chance of inheriting those stats. Those things combined, and of course mutating on top, lest we forget, are going to make breeding insane. Finally, you can get opposite genders, not the same gender, with twins. Only took them a year to do that. Something that is a bit more interesting to breed is now Reapers. We did a video on this earlier. After seeing your comments, I think I've figured it out. The level seems to be dictated by your player level in it matching as close as possible. So a level 50 player on a level 5 Reaper gets you the 75 levels, and you need to be 150, and you need to have a character of 150 to get the full 75 levels on a 150 Wild Reaper. I don't know whether that's perfectly accurate. I'm sure I found some discrepancies there in the taming video that we did earlier, but I think that might be closer to the theory on how you get all 75 levels on Reapers. So there's a bit of a nerf, but with more ascensions coming with the maps in later stages, you're going to get even more OP Reapers later on down the line. Don't forget about the traits on top too. These are going to be monsters. Absolute monsters. And then the skin. Rock Drake got a skin set, got a steampunk skin set. Gets to wear some goggles. Looks nice. Looks awesome. Lovely. And as we're heading about, we might encounter something that I want to share with you. So there we go. As well as all of the aberrant variations of the creatures having babies like you know from the other maps. So obviously, for example, aberrant racers now have aberrant racer babies. Almost all of the unique aberrant creatures also have babies too. There we go. There's a baby roll rat following its mama. Meaning taming at least low level baby creatures just got a little bit easier for you on top, including Carkinoses, though I couldn't find any during this recording. Bulb Dogs, Glowtails, Shinehorns, and Ravagers, but not Reapers, so don't get yourself too excited. You're still going to have to work pretty hard for a Reaper. So there you go. Oh my god. Perfect time to go. At that note, my name's Raasclark. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and as always, peace out.